Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Now there's this game, right, where you play as a cat. Okay, wait a minute, hear me out. Ever since it was announced, I've been looking forward to playing it because something about the visuals and the atmosphere just oozed personality in the trailers. I'm happy to report that these characteristics have carried over into the final release now that we can actually play it. This is Stray. It's been at the top of Steam's most wish-listed chart for the past couple of weeks, but today the only thing I'm wishing for is that it runs on integrated graphics. Not just any integrated graphics of course, but the Vega 3 iGPU found inside the dual-core Athlon 3000G. Set within a decaying neon-lit cyber city, Stray looks fantastic, but it has some pretty hefty on-paper recommended requirements, and although the minimum specs look a lot more forgiving, this Unreal Engine-based adventure will surely put the 3000G through its paces. Let's get into it. As far as graphical settings go, the menu is fairly limited, but what we do have here is a very welcome resolution scaling option, which can be tweaked to go as low as 50%. This is essential for smooth gameplay with our Athlon. I set this to 50% and set the native res to 1280 by 720. Now we can go down to 1024 by 768, but I wanted to maintain the aspect ratio. Although we are rendering the game at 50% of 720p, it doesn't look that bad at all. It's actually still quite stunning. To try and avoid revealing too much, I am keeping the testing very brief, though you might be glad to hear that although this initial section looks quite demanding, with our APU barely hitting at least 30 FPS, I found things do get better, much better. This jungly segment with all the concrete and foliage does a number on our system, but if we move on, I'll show you just how things improve. This city area looks just as stunning, but the environment is completely different and so is the performance. In fact, I was able to play at native 720p, but I found that this meant increased stutter, which made things feel worse overall. Keeping the resolution scaling at 50% not only meant a close to 60 FPS average here, but there's sort of a safety buffer. When the frame rate drops, it still stays above 30 instead of dipping below it, if you get what I mean. So the gameplay feels more consistent and fluent, which is most certainly what you need when playing as an animal as gracious as a cat, right? Stray is like nothing else I've played, and I'd certainly recommend it if, like me, you just want a change from your usual genre. I'll keep this one short because the game isn't that long and I don't want to give too much away in terms of locations and whatnot, but again, I seriously recommend checking it out. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this one, leave a like, leave a dislike if you didn't, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and hopefully I'll see all of you in the next one.